Come on. Let's all the negativity I see online, they gotta stop that nonsense. And this is one of those things I wanted to say something because hello and welcome back to Living Abroad. Today I'm going to talk about why the Philippines is not the most dangerous place for travelers, as the new survey from HelloSafe has suggested. If you don't know, recently HelloSafe said the Philippines is the least safe country to travel to, not only in Asia but the entire world, according to the latest ranking by HelloSafe. In this video, I'm going to tell you 10 reasons why that is complete bullshit, and I'll tell you my personal experience when it comes to safety in the Philippines. So the first thing is obviously overgeneralization and regional risk. The ranking lumps the entire country together despite major distinctions. Mindanao, especially like the Sulu, Marawi, and Western regions, carries a high terrorism kidnapping risk, but the rest of the Philippines, like Luzon and major tourist islands, is generally safe. That's very common. When something happens, it gets really highlighted. Like myself, I cover like news around Asia for my other channel, and of course whenever there's a foreigner, an expat, an American, someone from the Western country is involved in crimes, it really gets highlighted, obviously, because it's directly involving someone like yourself or like me. So we have this misconception of that happening more often than actual stats and reality is. The second thing is being different methodologies yield more positive outlook. So reputable sources tell a different story, like AXA highlights the Gallup report that ranks the Philippines third safest in Southeast Asia. And the US State Department has given a level 2 exercise increased caution rating overall, which does not say do not travel. It just tells you to be more cautious in certain regions. Overall, it's only a level 2, but not preventing you or telling you not to visit a country, which a lot of other countries are level 3 or even level 4. So to compare the Philippines saying it's the most dangerous country in the world, it's kind of like obviously wrong. I don't know how else to say it. It's not really the local people that you got to worry about. It's basically getting out there, getting drunk, getting out of control, getting into the wrong things like pogos and kidnappings. Typically happen like Chinese on Chinese or like foreigner on foreigner, Koreans and Koreans. Yeah, obviously I'm not saying every single incident is foreigner to foreigner, but a lot of those cases are, which obviously really increases the rate of the crime happening to foreigners, but oftentimes they don't tell you who is committing the crimes. Number 3, the tourist volumes don't align with the extreme danger. So despite HelloSafe's score of 82.32, the Philippines still welcomed over 5.4 million tourists in 2024, suggesting many travelers feel comfortable visiting. Of course, they're not like Thailand or Malaysia numbers, but over 5 million like international foreigners still came to the country as tourists, obviously telling you that they feel safe. Number 4, lack of data contextualization. The survey aggregates 35 factors like natural disasters, health systems, materialization, militarization using equal weight, but including natural disaster frequency like typhoons and earthquakes unfairly inflates the perceived risks to tourists. Yeah, there's a rainy season, a dry season, typhoon. The Philippines, unfortunately, is in a very bad spot geographically speaking, but typically if you're traveling to like mainland areas like Manila and Cebu, you're a lot safer than going somewhere on like a small island where there's no actual resources to take benefit of if something does happen. So I think that also puts the Philippines at a much lower advantage. The 5th thing is underrepresenting actual data gaps. So HelloSafe's index excludes nations with poor data. This can be biased results that may ignore more dangerous conflict zones or failed states, skewing the Philippines' relative ranking upward. Of course, yeah, imagine how many countries actually provide accurate data when it comes to the survey. Plus, I was really curious, like, who wrote this? I mean, how many people did they survey? Did these people travel to every single country? That's why it's important not to take everything you read. Like, you got to take everything with a grain of salt, is my point, right? So don't believe everything you hear. Or like, I've been living in the Philippines for the past 6 years. It's my base. I go in and out of the country very, very regularly. I've been all over the country. Definitely not as much as I should, but I've like mainly based in Cebu, but I've been all over the place, like Palawan. I'm not gonna name all the places I've been to, but my point is I've been to probably 20 different cities and not once have I felt unsafe. Number 6, local sentiment challenges the ranking. So Filipino residents and expats on social platforms frequently dismiss such ranking as BS, pointing out that crime is mostly limited to specific zones and the hospitality and kindness are strong elsewhere. Yeah, ask around. How many people feel in danger going around? I've never heard one person say, oh, I feel in danger in the Philippines. Somebody might get mugged. Yeah, that happens everywhere. Another person might feel uncomfortable being drunk outside when a group of like teenagers or kids want some money or something. Those are not like, they don't speak for everybody. So keep that in mind as well, because like just go online and see what people have to say about the Philippines. Yeah, there's gonna be some negative people, some bad apples, some bad experiences I'm not telling you this place is 100% like safe. My point is, to be ranked the most dangerous place on earth for travelers is very extreme. Number 7, mixed or manageable institutional warnings. Australia and Canada issue regional advisories like Mindanao and Sulu, but they do not issue blanket travel bans. Many travelers, especially in Luzon and popular islands, report feeling completely safe. Yeah, once again, this warnings can be regional, especially down south, Mindanao area, Sulu area. Those places may not be as safe as other regions. Although a lot of people still say it's fairly safe if you don't get involved in some weird stuff. Number 8, tourist-centric safety is strong. So official Philippines authorities like DOT and PNP provide tourist-oriented policing and publish emergency protocols. Popular tourist areas like Siargao, Bohol, Palawan frequently see high safety reputations. Only recently, of course, the tragedy of that girl from Slovakia, right? What was her name? Let me try to remember. Her name was Michaela Makova. Yes, unfortunately, her passing was a stain on the whole Boracay Island, of course. But like once again, to say it's the most dangerous place, yeah, it's a sad story, of course, and may she rest in peace. But like it does paint a very broad brush against just violence in that area. They wanted you to know it's like a one-off situation. May she rest in peace, but also keep that in mind because they do have specific police for specific areas. They have like everything in place to make sure travelers feel comfortable. So if you ever in that area feel any kind of discomfort, if someone's trying to take advantage of you, just report it. Even recently we had a taxi driver that tried to scam. But that's a whole different story. Let's not get into that. I'll do a video regarding that sometime in the future. Let's go to number 9. Number 9, comparative perspective versus global chaos. So HelloSafe's result puts the Philippines ahead of India, 77.9, Indonesia, 72.9, and Russia, 75.7. But global indicators like Global Peace Index, Global Guardian list the country at medium risk level, not global bottom, far from places like Afghanistan, Syria, and CAR. CAR, what country that is? CAR. I don't know what that is, but yeah, so there you go. And number 10, my personal experience. Those 10 reasons I told you I'll tell you about why the Philippines is not the most dangerous place on earth. Let's just wrap this up, summarize exactly what I'm talking about. Basically, don't be a dick and you'll be fine. If you come to the Philippines, just be polite, be respectful. Don't think you're all a hot shot just because your currency might be stronger than the peso. Don't come out here thinking you're Prince Charming. You got like, you know, God's gift to the women and start behaving rudely. Because don't start like over drinking. And if you can't like hold your alcohol, please just go with somebody. Don't go to like place you've never been to. Don't get to gambling, substances, like all that pogo stuff and all that. Yeah, if you start doing that kind of stuff, the risk goes higher and higher, right? So keep that in mind when you're out on a boat. Wear a life jacket, for example. Have a way out. Think about it. If a typhoon or some kind of natural disaster happens, do you have extra funds? Do you know a way to get out? Do you have water? It's basic stuff you got to be aware of. So, and keep in mind, a lot of these crimes are just like within the community themselves, right? So within the specific groups of people that come here and try to do illegal business, and whether it's money lending, whether it's gambling, let's be honest, selling their ladies or whatever it is, right? So those are where the numbers get really high. So if you stay out of those things, be polite, be respectful. Filipinos are some of the friendliest people in the world. Anytime somebody starts asking you for money, just say you don't have it and move along. Don't like, so whenever you get into these shady businesses, don't buy like land in cash with a bag full of money coming across. Go deal with proper agents. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do to limit the danger, I should say, of your experience in the Philippines. That has been my past 6 years in and out. Personally, not a single time I've had any bad or negative experience when it comes to the people. Never felt unsafe or in danger. One time a taxi driver pissed me off trying to take me somewhere, and I told him to let me out, and that was it, because he didn't want to use the meter. That's the only time though, right? So for me personally, I feel very safe, more safe than anywhere else. That's why I make it my base. That's why I stay in Cebu. That's why I hop around different countries, because I know I'm always welcome in the Philippines. They speak English. Immigration is a breeze, despite what people tell you. Quit complaining, quit bitching. No other country lets you stay for that long by simply extending your visa, right? If you gotta pay $60 every 2 months, man up. What is that? It's like going to lunch or dinner with somebody. Come on. All the negativity I see online, they gotta stop that nonsense. And this is one of those things I wanted to say something because, a lot of stuff I don't address. But moving forward, I'm gonna sit down on this channel, Living Abroad, and break down more heavier topics, more in-depth topics, and maybe cut back a little bit on the interviews. So let me know what you guys think. Do you agree, disagree with HelloSafe's results survey, I should say? the most dangerous country for travelers? Yes or no? Leave your comments down below and feel free to share your experiences when it comes to the Philippines. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.